You bought the jade plant to invite abundance. You placed it with hope by the window, by the entrance, or maybe by the stove, thinking it would bloom in the warmth of daily life. But lately, something feels off. Your money slips away faster than it comes. Unexpected bills appear. Your sense of stability feels thinner even when your effort hasn't changed. You blame inflation, bad timing, or just bad luck. But what if the real cause is sitting quietly in your kitchen, leaves curling, fortune fading? The jade plant is not just decorative. In Feng Shui, it is a living magnet for prosperity. Each plump leaf a symbol of stored energy, financial security, and steady growth. But like all energy-sensitive beings, it depends entirely on where you place it. When you position it near fire, the stove, the oven, the aggressive yang energy of heat, you don't amplify your luck. You burn it. Literally. You create an energetic clash between wood and fire. And instead of attracting wealth, your plant begins to struggle. And so does your bank account. Because in Feng Shui, energy doesn't just move, it speaks. And your jade plant, when placed in the wrong zone, doesn't just wilt. It reflects your financial reality. The thinning leaves, the dry, brittle soil. The plant that once looked lush now droops quietly in the background while your sense of financial confidence slowly erodes. This isn't superstition, it's sensitivity. And the worst part, it doesn't happen with drama, it happens softly, quietly. While you're busy cooking dinner, while you're ignoring the signs, while fortune fades without fanfare. So let me ask you, where exactly is your jade plant right now? And how much has it already cost you? Section 1. The jade plant, a living symbol of wealth. There's a reason the jade plant has been called the money tree for generations. It's not because of superstition, but because of the energy it embodies and the message it quietly carries in every thick, glossy leaf. I hold what you value, I grow what you protect, look closely at it. The jade plant doesn't reach or sprawl like ivy. It grows slow and steady, holding water in its round, full leaves like coins in a safe. That's not random. In Feng Shui, form reflects function, and everything about the jade plant says stability. It's a plant of discipline, not drama, of quiet accumulation, not flashy luck. That's why it has long been used in homes and businesses as a symbol of wealth that lasts, not windfalls, but true, rooted prosperity. But here's what most people miss. The jade plant only performs its role when placed with respect. It's not a charm, it's a relationship. If you treat it like a cute accessory and toss it on any shelf, it won't bless your finances, it'll echo your neglect. Because this plant doesn't just symbolize abundance. It responds to how you engage with abundance in your own life. Are you someone who gives your money a place of honor, or someone who hides it in shame? Do you nurture your resources or forget them until they're dry? Do you ask for growth but secretly expect collapse? Your jade plant knows. That's why it's so much more than a houseplant. It's a mirror for your beliefs about money, for your comfort with stability, and for your emotional readiness to hold more. In traditional Feng Shui, the jade plant is associated with the wood element, growth, expansion, upward movement. It belongs in spaces where energy needs to rise, where optimism should flow. Its ideal position. The southeast corner of your home or living room, the zone of wealth and blessings. This is where its energy harmonizes with intention. It doesn't need to work hard here, it just aligns. And in return, it strengthens the energetic grid of the home, anchoring prosperity in a tangible, visible form. But move it to the wrong space, near fire, sharp energy, or areas of decay, and the message reverses. What was once a talisman of wealth becomes a warning. The leaves begin to dull. The soil dries quickly no matter how much you water. The plant becomes thin, weak, and emotionally so do you. Why? Because the jade plant is a keeper of stored energy. Not fast-moving, not loud, just quietly rooted, just like real financial health. It doesn't like chaos. It doesn't thrive on urgency. It thrives on rhythm, on gentle care, on placement that supports its nature. And this is where the hook lies, not in the superstition, but in the reflection. Ask yourself, what does your jade plant look like right now? Is it vibrant, full, and firm to the touch? Or is it sparse, leaning, dropping leaves? If it's the latter, the plant isn't just struggling. It's showing you something, a disconnect, a drain, an imbalance in how your home holds money energy. And most of all, how you treat wealth in your life, not just the dollars in your account, but the way you hold safety, trust, and long-term abundance. In Feng Shui, you don't use a plant like a magnet. You relate to it like a guide. So stop scrolling. Go look at your jade plant. Where is it placed? Is it hiding behind clutter or proudly facing a source of light? Is it next to fire, chaos, sharp movement, or somewhere calm, where energy flows gently and without disruption? The jade plant grows best where you want your money to grow best. In clarity, in light, in warmth that nurtures, not heat that scorches. And just like money, it needs respect, not obsession, not neglect, but conscious, steady attention. That's why you can't just buy it and forget it. That's why its leaves fall when your attention drifts. That's why, even when you water it, it sometimes still withers, because the problem isn't hydration. The problem is placement. The energy around it is off. And because it absorbs what surrounds it, it slowly becomes a symbol of what you're losing. People often ask, can a plant really change my money story? Here's the truth. The plant isn't changing your story. It's revealing it. It's telling you what your energy is doing behind your back, while you budget, while you hustle, while you stress. It's showing you whether your home is a container for wealth or a sieve. So yes, the jade plant is a living symbol of wealth, but only when placed where that wealth is allowed to breathe. Because money is energy, and energy needs flow. And if your jade plant is sitting in the wrong current, too hot, too closed, too rushed, that flow is being blocked. Or worse, reversed, don't just admire your plant, read it. It's speaking in silence. It's holding your beliefs in leaf and root. And if you listen, you'll know exactly what to shift, not just in your decor, but in your relationship with abundance itself. Section 2. The stove, the fire that consumes, not just cooks. You thought your stove was just for cooking. Just a place to warm your meals, toast your bread, stir the soup that feeds your family. But in Feng Shui, the stove is not a neutral object. It is the fire, the most consuming, commanding energy source in your entire home. And fire does not simply warm. Fire devours. Every time you turn on that burner, energy rises fast and sharp. It crackles, climbs, pushes outward. It's yang energy in its most intense form, hot, aggressive, moving. This is the kind of power that transforms raw into cooked, cold into warm, hunger into nourishment. But it also transforms presence into burnout, stability into volatility, wood into ash. So now imagine placing your jade plant, soft, steady, symbol of long-term growth, right next to that heat. What are you really asking it to do? You're placing the slow energy of savings beside the fast burn of consumption. You're asking peace to stand next to pressure. You're asking stillness to tolerate chaos. And then you wonder why things feel off. Why your money flows in but never rests. Why you feel like you're constantly making up for what just left your account. Why you keep having to dip into savings. Why small fires keep appearing in your life. A forgotten bill, a broken appliance, an emergency that eats through what you thought you had. Because when fire energy is too strong, especially when left unbalanced, it doesn't just consume gas or wood. It consumes luck. It consumes rest. And if your jade plant is close by, it becomes a sponge for that burnout. It doesn't grow, it doesn't hold. It begins to drain, just like your finances. Look closely. Are the tips of its leaves brown? Are they curling inward? Is the plant leaning away from the stove as if trying to retreat? That is not poor plant care. That is energetic overload. In the 5-element system, wood, your jade plant, and fire, your stove, are in a complex relationship. Wood feeds fire, but only to a point. Once the balance tips, fire burns the very thing that nourished it. That's the warning, and your plant feels it before you do. People often say, "But the stove is where I cook love into my food." And that's true. But love, like fire, requires balance. When uncontrolled, even love burns, and your jade plant placed too close becomes the first to smolder. Here, what no one tells you, the stove isn't just a kitchen appliance. It's an altar of transformation, and like all sacred tools, it needs to be respected, not crowded. It needs space to breathe. It needs separation from things that were not meant to withstand its heat, especially your money energy. Especially your peace, especially your jade plant. Think about how you treat fire in real life. You don't keep flammable objects near an open flame. You don't place your wallet next to a campfire. So why would you place your symbol of wealth next to the most energetically volatile zone in your home? It may seem small, but it's not. Because the stove isn't passive. Even when off, it holds fire memory. It radiates residual heat. It gathers grease, friction, urgency. It represents a kind of emotional energy most of us ignore, the constant demand to provide, to perform, to survive. And when your jade plant sits in that same current, it starts to carry those patterns too. You'll notice it in your thoughts, scarcity creeping in even after a good month, a need to check your bank balance more often than usual, doubts, the pressure to do more, even when you've done enough. This is the unseen cost of wrong placement. Because energy isn't just about flow, it's about imprint. And the stove imprints speed, stress, flame. The jade plant needs the opposite: time, gentleness, shade. So when you place them together, what you're creating is conflict. And in Feng Shui, internal conflict always leads to external imbalance. Ask yourself, has your relationship with money felt anxious lately? Do you feel like wealth slips away no matter how hard you try? Do small expenses feel bigger than they should? Do you feel tension when cooking, as if you're rushing even when there's time? These are signs. They don't mean you're failing. They mean your home is talking. And the message is this: wealth cannot root where heat scorches it daily. So what can you do? It's simple but sacred. Move the plant. Just a few steps can make a world of difference. Create space between the fire and the wood. Give your jade plant its own energetic field, one where calm, not combustion, is the dominant force. Don't just place it somewhere random. Place it where the energy feels soft, by a window, near light, not heat. Let it breathe again. Let it hold your abundance without the demand to constantly withstand fire. And the stove, treat it with reverence, keep it clean, keep the area around it minimal, intentional. Let it be what it's meant to be. A focused zone of transformation, not a dumping ground for symbolic burdens. Because when you separate fire from wealth, you protect both. Your meals cook cleaner, your money rests easier. Your jade plant begins to grow again, slowly, surely, as it always meant to. And most of all, you begin to feel safe again in your own home, not because you bought something new, but because you finally placed what matters where it could breathe. Section 3. When money feels slippery, the emotional impact of energetic conflict. You budget, you track every expense, you light candles for abundance. You whisper affirmations in the mirror, "I am financially secure," and yet the money slips. Quietly, unexpectedly, your savings feel like sand. What should have lasted a month barely makes it 2 weeks. You receive and then you reach, always slightly behind, slightly short, slightly anxious. And you don't know why. You start to think, maybe I'm just bad with money. Maybe abundance wasn't meant for me. But what if it's not your spending habits? What if it's not your mindset? What if the very space you live in, the air you breathe, the corners you ignore, the things you place without thought, is silently setting you up to leak? Because that's what energetic conflict does. It doesn't shout. It doesn't crash. It whispers. It hums. It scrapes at your clarity like fog on a mirror, and eventually you stop seeing clearly. Not just your reflection, but your own sense of worth. The jade plant near your stove isn't just an aesthetic misstep. It's an emotional one. When the energy of wood, growth, saving, stability is constantly bombarded by fire, consumption, urgency, pressure, your body reacts, even if your brain doesn't catch it. You begin to feel unstable in subtle ways. You open your banking app 5 times a day, not because anything has changed, but because you don't trust the ground beneath you. You feel guilty buying small joys even when you've budgeted for them. You overthink gifts. You undercelebrate wins. You say yes to others before checking your own financial temperature. And every dollar you do spend carries a strange aftertaste, like relief laced with fear. That's the emotional impact of energetic conflict. It chips away at confidence, not with drama, but with depletion. Slowly, repeatedly, until your money story becomes less about flow and more about fear of what's next. Because when the energy of "I have enough" collides with the frequency of "I must burn through this quickly," your nervous system enters scarcity mode, even in abundance. You feel this most deeply when alone, when bills arrive, when plans require deposits, when unexpected costs arise, not big ones, just enough to trigger that familiar whisper, "There's never quite enough." That whisper isn't coming from your bank balance. It's coming from your space, from the place where your jade plant leans away from the flame, from the area of your home where growth is being singed daily, from the part of your energetic ecosystem that's holding the memory of being consumed. And so, even when your income rises, your emotional baseline stays the same: cautious, contracted, careful. You're not broke, but you're not safe either. You're surviving finance, not feeling it. And that matters, because money at its core is relationship, not just numbers. It's safety, it's self-trust. It's the ability to rest without running calculations in your head. And when your environment mirrors the opposite, a tug-of-war between nurturing and burning, your inner world absorbs that instability. You can't meditate it away. You can't manifest over it. You have to move something, because the energy of your home is part of your money story. And if a part of that story is sitting in the wrong place, absorbing conflict, reflecting depletion, you're going to feel it. In your decisions, in your dreams, in your doubt. So what do? First, recognize the symptoms of energetic imbalance tied to financial stress. You feel emotionally drained after grocery shopping, even without overspending. You hesitate to open bills, even if you know you've paid them. You feel tension around financial conversations, even with people you trust. You second-guess purchases that once felt empowering. You feel a tightness in your chest when thinking about the future, even vaguely. Now look again at your jade plant. How long has it been near the stove? How long has that part of your home felt off, even if you couldn't name why? How long has this internal script been playing on repeat? "I just can't seem to hold on to money." Now you know why. The plant is the clue, the stove is the trigger, and the feeling of financial fragility. That's the echo of fire consuming what was never meant to burn. Here's the truth. When your money feels slippery, the solution is not just financial. It's energetic, emotional, spatial. You need to reclaim safety, visibly, physically, deliberately. Move the jade plant, not just because Feng Shui says so, but because you need to see growth in a place where it's safe to grow. Place it where it won't be singed by your effort, where it can hold your intention without being asked to survive a storm. And then do the same for yourself. Place your wallet in a clean drawer. Light a candle where the flame brings focus, not fear. Place a small coin beneath the plant in its new home, not for magic, but for meaning. Let this be the moment your space begins to support your savings, because you are not careless, you are not unlucky, you are not doomed to chase security. You're just living with energy that needs realignment. And once you do, money will stop feeling slippery, because you'll stop being afraid to hold it. Section 4. Where the jade plant truly belongs, wealth zones of peace and flow. There's a space in your home where peace gathers, not by accident, but by quiet invitation. You may not notice it at first. It's where the light feels kindest in the morning, where your body naturally softens, where you find yourself pausing, breathing without knowing why. That's the space your jade plant has been waiting for. Because this plant, more than any other, carries the energy of trust. Trust in slow growth, in quiet accumulation, in the kind of wealth that doesn't shout but builds leaf by leaf, drop by drop. But to activate that power, it needs the right environment. And here's the truth that so many overlook. Wealth doesn't root in pressure, it roots in flow. In Feng Shui, the jade plant belongs to the wood element, the energy of steady expansion. To help that energy do what it's meant to do, you must place it where it's not at war, where it doesn't have to fight heat, chaos, or overuse, where it's not asked to survive, only to grow. So where should it live? Let's start with the clearest energetic zone, the southeast corner of your home or living room. This is the traditional Feng Shui sector of wealth, prosperity, and blessings. Not just monetary riches, but emotional and spiritual fullness. The kind of abundance that feels like I have enough, and I am enough. Walk to that corner. What's there now? Is it cluttered, forgotten, used as storage? Then it's not just your plant that's being misplaced. It's your relationship with wealth. Clear it, not with urgency, but with love. Let go of what doesn't belong, wipe the surface. Open the window, invite light. Let this be the moment you claim your wealth space, not with luxury, but with clarity. Now place your jade plant there, not tucked behind a lamp, not squeezed between papers. Give it presence. Because the way you treat this plant mirrors the way you treat your money. Do you hide it, shrink it, ignore it until it struggles? Or do you place it where it can breathe, where it can be seen, not to show off, but to affirm? This is allowed to grow. Other suitable locations include near a window with soft light, not direct heat, especially in a room where you rest or reflect. Beside your work desk, if it's a calm and focused area, symbolizing steady earnings and idea flow. On a low table in your meditation or reading nook where your energy is centered, not scattered. The rule is simple. Place your jade plant where your nervous system feels safe. Because money, too, is a nervous system story. And the jade plant in the right place reminds you daily, you are safe to receive, you are safe to hold, you are safe to grow. Avoid placing it near electronics or routers, which emit sharp, erratic energy. Trash bins, toilets, or washing machines, which represent energetic flushing or loss. High traffic zones, where energy is too rushed or disrupted. Remember, this plant doesn't thrive on being watched constantly. It thrives on being placed with intention. A steady spot, a consistent environment, a space where you return gently again and again to care, to water, to reconnect with the rhythm of slow success. To amplify its energy, place a small bowl of citrine or pyrite crystals beside the plant. They resonate with confidence and clarity in financial matters. Use a ceramic or clay pot in natural earthy tones, grounding and stabilizing for wood energy. Write a short affirmation on paper and place it under the pot. May abundance grow as gently and surely as this plant. What you're creating is not a decorative corner. You're creating a wealth altar, a place where energy moves upward, where money doesn't just appear, it settles, it anchors, it belongs. And over time, you'll notice the leaves feel firmer. The air in that corner feels lighter. You find yourself going there more not for the plant, but for the peace, because something has shifted. You've stopped asking your wealth to sprint. You've stopped placing it in the heat of urgency. You've allowed it to root in stillness, and from that stillness, real flow begins. So if you've ever felt like money couldn't stay, like abundance kept knocking but never settling, start here. Place your jade plant in a zone of peace, of breath, of true alignment. Because wealth, like any living thing, needs a home. And when you give it that, not in theory, but in space, it begins to stay, and so do you. Section 5. Jade as reflection. What the plant reveals about your relationship with money. Your jade plant doesn't lie, it doesn't flatter, it doesn't perform, it simply grows or it doesn't. And in that growth, it tells a truth that even you might not be ready to face. How do you really feel about money? Not how you talk about it, not what you write in your journal, but the way you move around it. The way you save or don't. The way your shoulders tense when you check your account. The way you hesitate to treat yourself, or the way you spend quickly just to feel something. Because the jade plant reflects all of that, not by magic. By energy, by environment, by intention. It lives in the same space where your financial story lives, and it shows what that story looks like in leaves, in roots, in silence. If the leaves are thick, full, vibrant, and gently reaching for light, your energy around money is likely calm, trusting, rooted. You believe that there is enough, that growth is slow but sure, that care leads to reward. But if the leaves are shriveling, if the soil is dry no matter how often you water it, if the plant seems to lean or retreat, something deeper is happening. The plant is responding to more than sunlight. It's responding to your relationship with receiving. Ask yourself, do you feel safe receiving more money than you need? Or does it make you nervous? Do you believe wealth can be steady? Or does it always feel like a fluke, something temporary, something to be protected with tension? Do you feel guilty holding money while others struggle? Do you feel undeserving of rest if you haven't earned it today? These aren't just feelings, they're frequencies, and your jade plant picks them up. That's why it's not just decor, it's a barometer, a translator between the energy of your home and the energy of your beliefs. When the plant is thriving, it often coincides with seasons where you're open, generous, clear-headed. You spend without shame. You save with satisfaction. You trust that what's needed will arrive because you've placed your energy in a steady current, not a storm. But when the plant begins to wither, there's often a deeper tension underneath. Maybe you've been ignoring your budget. Maybe you've been micromanaging every cent. Maybe you've told yourself silently, I don't trust myself with more. And your plant in its quiet honesty echoes that. The truth is your jade plant doesn't just reflect money, it reflects the way you hold value. Self-worth, self-care, self-trust. It shows whether you believe growth can happen without force. It shows whether you allow softness into your financial world or whether everything must be earned with exhaustion. So here's a gentle practice. Sit beside your jade plant, do nothing else. No watering, no adjusting, just sit. Breathe. Then ask, what is this plant trying to tell me about how I treat money? Let the answers rise, not logically, energetically. Maybe a memory surfaces, a time you felt embarrassed about what you had or didn't have. Maybe a pattern reveals itself, always spending quickly after payday, always holding back on investing in yourself. Then look again at your plant, and notice it's not just alive, it's listening. It's been holding this energy all along, waiting for you to see it. Now the next time you water it, let that act mean something. Let it be a gesture that says, I am ready to care for my money gently. I am ready to trust that growth can be slow, steady, and safe. You don't need to fix your financial story in one day, but you can start by moving one leaf, one belief, and the jade plant will show you how. As it grows, so can you, not through force, through flow, not through control, through care, because money is not just a tool, it's a teacher. And your plant, that humble green mirror, is reflecting a powerful truth. You're ready to treat your abundance not as a problem to solve, but as a life to nurture, and that changes everything. Maybe it was never about the plant. Maybe it was about the way you kept placing your trust too close to fire. The jade plant didn't ask for much, just a quiet corner, a breath of light, a moment of stillness. But like so many things in our lives, safety, rest, the promise of enough, it got pushed aside, crammed near heat, expected to survive a storm it was never meant to endure. And still it held on, leaf by leaf like you. You've worked hard, you've tried to be smart, disciplined, prepared. But if the space around you is wired for depletion, no amount of willpower can keep the soil moist. Because energy isn't just about intention, it's about arrangement, about flow, about choosing again and again to place what matters where it can breathe. Your jade plant is a witness, not to your mistakes, but to your patterns. And now that you've seen what happens when wealth sits too close to worry, you don't have to keep repeating the cycle. You can move the plant, you can move yourself. You can rewrite what safety looks like in your own home, not by buying more, but by listening more deeply. So tonight, when the house is quiet, take one last look at the spot where your plant once stood. Notice the stillness, then place it somewhere new, somewhere calm, somewhere you can meet it each morning. And remember, wealth does not need to rush. It does not need to fight for space. It simply needs to be seen and tended and trusted to grow. And maybe so do you.